Good evening. Welcome. Thanks for being here tonight for our CRA meeting tonight. And I want to start off first. If you have a cell phone on, please turn it off. Roll call. Ms. Silva?
Good afternoon, everybody. Mayor Rodwell,
Here.
Vice Mayor Thompson,
Here.
Councilman Hart,
Here.
Councilman Brown,
Here.
Councilman Lewandowski,
Here.
all present.
Thank you. So tonight, we're here to discuss the purchase of the corner of Highway 100 and SR 21 to review. Oh, I'm sorry. Public comments. I always do that. I don't know why I did. Any public comments tonight with regard to this? Oh, hey, George. Yeah. No. Yeah, so we're here to purchase the corner of, discuss the corner of 100 and Highway 21. I will entertain a motion to spend the funds from the city's CRA account to fulfill the purchase and sale agreement for the property at 125 East Walker Drive, Keystone Heights, Florida.
I will make that motion.
32656.
And I second.
Discussion.
Any discussion?
Yes. Do we have a final amount? I know we said 240,000, I think. But what is the final amount that's going to be coming out of the CRA for everything that we're going to be responsible for?
I am looking at the contract, which has been provided to us.
So the purchase of the property is 240, correct?
Well, we agreed to pay closing costs.
I know that.
Over $3,000 worth.
So, seller requests buyer, that's the city, to pay commission to the broker approximately $3,567.50 from seller and $299.50 from buyer. Total closing cost $3,854.50. So I'm planning on adding $3,854.50 to 240 and cutting one check to CB Isaac or whoever they tell me to make CRA check out.
Can I throw something in there?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Come to the mic, please, because everybody watches this. They're gonna want to know what you said. Thank you.
Todd Beals, Realtor. So with this, what you're looking at, you're gonna have to also get the costs that are gonna be included from title. So it's not just a simple breakdown of what you're looking at right there on the contract. Is you're gonna have your other closing costs that are gonna come with the title search, all that stuff. So typically that stuff comes out anywhere from 3 to 10 days prior to closing. So that's where your final number is gonna be. What you have right now, based on that contract, is not your final cost. So
Would you hazard a ballpark within
Yeah.
$5,000 of, so if it's a $240,000 purchase, would I be looking at another 2,000, 3,000?
you're gonna be looking at more than
Because I
that.
know this right here.
Yeah, you're gonna be looking at probably between
Oh,
five.
that's just deposit? Okay.
I'm gonna say between 5 and 7, maybe.
Because it looks like we were,
Depending on what you're paying for the title search and all that now, and what you're paying for them. And again, I don't know what that states, but, depending on what you're paying there, it can be more than that, so. Who are you closing with?
I have on here, the escrow was with Lake Area Title, and there's already 2,500.
Okay.
There for that?
Because You should be able to call up there, and whoever's handling it, they should be able to give you a pretty close breakdown, but they won't give you the final, cost until probably, like I said, between 3 and 10 days. Most of the time, it's probably 5 days before closing is when you'll receive that final office statement, so. But I would call up there and get that, and then you'll know exactly what it's gonna be, because you're not gonna be able to calculate it based on that number right there. It'll be close, but, sub 3,000.
The largest cost is going to be the seller's commission to the agent, and it's my understanding that the seller is paying that cost. It should be.
Again, I haven't seen the contract,
Yeah,
but
that's-
that's the way it should be.
That's the way it should be written. We are absorbing the other costs, and you're right, the title,
Yeah, so Madam Mayor, we have CB Isaac's
Yeah.
broker here,
Mhm.
if you would like to ask him any questions. Mr. Ron Bland.
Sure.
The title company will give a pro forma closing statement about about a week ahead of closing.
I just don't want you to just go ahead and,
They're not approving a number tonight. They asked a question. They've approved the purchase and sale agreement as written.
right,
So as long as we don't change that, then whatever else comes out.
And the title insurance will be based on their premium schedule.
and again, I don't know what you guys meant, you were wrong, I didn't know it was wrong,
So I'll just make this statement that's in the contract under additional terms, page 7. Seller requests that the buyer pay closing costs for both seller and the buyer, excluding the commission to the broker,
That's my understanding.
approximately $3,567.50 from the seller and $299.50 from the buyer, for a total closing cost of $3,854.50. Total closing costs include title charges of $21.25, government recording and transfer charges of $1,717, and additional settlement charges of $12.50. Does that sound about right? What you're like, kind of an estimate?
That's right. The title insurance charge sounds a little high for $240,000, but that we can take a look at, maybe negotiate that down. Rich? Yeah.
So
Yes, go ahead.
explain to me, are we giving the manager the go-ahead to purchase this? You got the contract in front of you, Mayor. You sign it, he signs it, whoever signs it. But my thing is are we okay to sign the contract tonight and then it comes back to us with a price, a total price? Or are we just taking it that, okay, we got, what, say $250,000. And then he comes back and he say, well, it's gonna cost $255,000. Are we just giving a blanket open opportunity to just spend whatever out of the CRA?
The closing costs that we're paying, they are what they are. Pretty much they're set, like the premium for the title insurance would be based on whatever they charge. The recording fees would be based on whatever is charged by the county. Same thing with the transfer fee or stamp tax. So, yeah, we are flying a little bit blind, but we're not giving away the store. There are just certain charges that will be charged, and as Todd mentioned, this will be shown in the advanced closing statement. I'm comfortable with it. I did a lot of real estate work. I'm okay with it, as long as it specifically says that the seller is paying the realtor's commission. I think that's what we got.
Rich?
So to answer Councilman Brown's question, technically, no, you're not voting on that because that's what you voted on last meeting. So you already voted to approve the purchase and sale. You gave a price and that price was the $240 plus the closing fees or closing costs related. Today, for the CRA, is really just to authorize the use of CRA funds for that contract. So the contract's more like an attachment for you to review so that it refreshes your memory on what's happening, but you already voted to approve that.
Okay.
So we have a motion on the floor to authorize the city manager to enter into this contract. I think we had a second, didn't we?
using CRA funds.
Using CRA, it's a CRA expenditure, that's correct.
End of discussion?
Any more discussion? Y'all good? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All in favor? We have agreed to move forward with CRA funds to purchase the corner at 125 East Walker Drive.
Very good. Excellent.
Yes. Sure.